All right, so my first question is, how have you been? And I want the realist answer possible.
Um, the realist answer, I could say I this is the best I've ever been because I consistently worked on my mental health. So when you see me post all these positive things, I'm too positive. I feel like for myself sometimes. But when you come from a very low spot in your life and you just work your way up, and that's where I feel like it just accumulated to. Like now I'm just this positive, vibrant girl and trying to uplift people because I know how it feels to be at the lowest point, like the lowest you could ever think of. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I'm so positive now.
That's great to hear. So it sounds like you're at a peak right now emotionally.
Yes, but it's always a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Life is a roller coaster. I just posted a video. I'm like, I'm up here saying we, and then down, sometimes I'm going down. I'm like and it's just like it's a roller coaster. Every day is different.
Yeah, I mean, I think that life itself is a roller coaster, you know. And that's the perspective that I try to have, that life is up and down as opposed to just up. You know, like for example,
Yes.
one of my favorite quotes is that happiness is not a destination because it's just up and down as opposed to
Yes.
just, a lot of people I feel like have the mentality that life is just like at one point it'll just be smooth sailing, but
Yeah.
that's not really
Never.
the case, is it?
Ever, because when has your life ever been smooth sailing? And if it is, it's for a little bit, like a week or two, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's life. And are you comfortable with talking about your low points?
Yeah, I've had videos about my low points
Oh,
before.
so th this isn't your first time.
Yeah, I speak about my low points to high school students so they understand
Oh, do
the
you?
realness. Yeah, I tell
So
them the gritty.
I'm very curious because I haven't watched those videos yet. So I'm very curious as to what happened.
Well, all right, so deep and personal and dark. I was 18. I was just very hormonal and like I hated the world and I was like athlete and things like that. I was sort of popular, but then at the same time I had a lot of haters and a lot of people hating on me, so I would get bullied a lot just
Oh,
for me being me.
in high
Like
school?
oh my God, yeah, forget about it. Like it's insane. I used to get bullied so bad. Like I'm pretty, yeah, people say I'm pretty, but when you're pretty, it comes with a price,
I'm
and you gotta
assuming from
pay
other
that price.
girls. Other girls were the bullies.
Yeah, they were bullying me
Uh-huh.
in high school and things like that. So a lot of people would just bring me down, which is really crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now I know that they hated themselves, not me, really. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? They were insecure with themselves. But when I was growing up, it was a lot. Like a lot with feeling high school almost. Like I was feeling like big time. I wasn't gonna graduate high school if I didn't pass the regents. And
Oh.
literally I found out I was gonna graduate high school like the same week of graduation. Like it was very intense. Everything was very like high alert and
Mhm.
it was just a lot. So basically I got admitted to a psych ward when I was 18 because I wanted to kill myself. Like I tried to kill myself because
Oh.
I just was like it's too much, but like, like my mom came in at the perfect time, like came in my room and like just hugged me and lay in my bed and was like everything's gonna be okay. And like she knew like something was wrong, like a mother's intuition. So like, like it clearly wasn't my time, you know. So yeah, we immediately went to a therapist, and they were like, "You're in danger of yourself and others." Like that day, like we went to see a therapist, and they were like, "You're leaving. Like you cannot stay out in the public."
Mhm.
So I had to get shipped away, and I hated my parents a little bit for it because like it was just like, you know, it's just like I hate life. Like what are you doing? Like you know what I'm saying? Like when you're in those moments, and it
Yeah.
was like it was like a right experience. It was definitely different because like you can't close the door, you're in the suit, a jumpsuit, you got people bugging out, getting thrown into a room, like getting put into a white suit, you're getting medication that you don't even know about. Like it was a lot, but they teach you coping mechanisms. I built such a great bond with every person there. Like I had them on social media, like we had a notebook and we wrote each other's like things down and we added each other, and it's just like I was there for a reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything happens for a reason, and like I didn't see it in the moment. And then I got diagnosed with bipolar disorder,
Mhm.
anxiety, and then depression. I didn't even know, and I had addiction. I was an alcoholic. I used to go
Oh,
to school at 7 in the morning with a freaking Arizona bottle filled with liquor, and
really?
like yes, and like I didn't think it was an issue because that's what we did in high school. You know what I'm saying? But it was a problem, and I didn't realize it was a problem. I was in my house, like my parents didn't know, but I was sneaking liquor in the house and drinking New Amsterdam bottles that were $20, like it was something that wasn't healthy. Like I didn't had no like awareness. I thought it was normal, and then they told me I had to go to AA at 18, and I'm like,
No.
that was a wake up call for me. I have all these diagnoses, like I'm in a facility with all these people I don't know. They're saying I have a problem, you know what I'm saying? And then I met this woman there, well, a child. I was a child, so like we were
Uh-huh.
kids.
Uh-huh.
And she was there because she was schizophrenic,
Oh,
and she was there because she talked to God. So basically she would just consistently talk to God or whatever, and she would be like, he sends me messages, so I tell people, so they sent me here. So I thought she was crazy a little bit, and then like I sat down next to her, and she was like, God wanted me to tell you you're supposed to be here, like, you know what I'm saying? And it like, I was just like, God's like, God, yeah, right. Like I'm here because I wanted to kill myself. If God loves me, he would make my life perfect, and he wouldn't make me feel these type of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would God punish me and give me this life? Like, he hates me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm telling her, like, he hates me. She's like, no, he loves you. God loves you. And you need to go through certain things. And like, it just, ever since then, I started to think like, oh, like God is like God, like why? Like, he answers you in mysterious ways. Whatever you believe, I feel like they'll answer, whatever religion you have. But I wasn't a godly person. I believed in him, but not really. But then after that, it was just like it made me think, and it felt it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would she tell me, like, you know what I'm saying, this? Like, and then ever since then, I just like started to have God come into my life a little bit more, and then I watched her like transform, and like now I have the answers that I want. Like now I know you have to go through trials and tribulations. Everything happens for a reason, good or bad. Everything's the lesson. You have to take it for how it is, and that's how you grow. And the people who don't are the people who are miserable and things
yeah.
like that. And it's just
Yeah.
like, why me? And it's just like, sit back and actually look. Why is it you? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's what I do. I self reflect consistently. So
Yeah, so first of all, thank you for sharing all that. I mean, that was a lot to get off your chest, and it gave me a lot to work with. So now I have a million questions. Is that okay?
okay,
All right.
yeah.
So it sounds like that woman was the beginning of your spiritual journey.
Basically, yeah, because it's like, you think until you get
Mhm.
put into positions that actually test your faith. I guess you know what I
Mhm.
mean.
Mhm.
So that was like
Yeah.
my
And first of all, I'm really glad that you noticed about those girls bullying you, that, it was them and not you. Because that's really, really important. And a lot of kids don't understand that, when someone is constantly hurting other people, hurt people hurt people. It's always
yes.
insecurity. You made them feel insecure, maybe because you were pretty. And, I don't know, like, was there more to it than that?
Their boyfriends liked me. Yeah, so I had literally like all of like Poughkeepsie hating me and fighting me, and like it was crazy. I was just a girl from Beacon who would just go to Poughkeepsie to have fun and just get out of town and get away from people, and I would just end up in drama because like it just comes to me and gravitated towards me. I didn't ask for it. It just literally just happened.
Was there anything that you did or said to contribute to that drama? Or was it
Defend
just your
myself,
luck?
yeah. Like I would, like I said, like the worst girl, I dated her ex. She
Mhm.
lost her virginity to him, so she was crazy, and so it was hell. She had everybody from the city, like she was messaging my parents, she was creating
Wow.
pages of me, she was writing posts about me, screenshotting my pictures, trying to make fun of me. I had acne on my face. I was still pretty, but I had pimples. She would be like pepperoni face, things like that. It's just like it didn't really bother me, but it was everything. It was just like everything, like throughout all the years. It's just like, damn, like my life is really shit. Like what's going on? Like maybe I am a bad person. Everybody keeps treating me horrible. Like I said, I was still popular. I was a jock in high school. I played football and I did cheerleading. So I was
Really?
in acting and I was
Wait,
in theater.
there
Yes.
was a girls' football team, or were you on the boys
No.
team?
Men's, because I played men's football for 8 years from Pop Warner.
You were with the men's football?
Yes. So but I
Wow.
played since elementary, so I feel like it was okay for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to go through physical tests. Like, I have to make sure I'm physically fit to play with these men. But I played my whole life, so it wasn't out of the norm. Like, they knew me. I was the girl that played football in Beacon. You know what I'm saying? That
Wow.
was me.
So I'm getting tomboy vibes.
Yes. But then I did cheerleading on the off season. So I did basketball cheerleading. So during the off season for football, I would be in the weight room and then go to cheer practice and on this off season. So it was very like double life-ish.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
So now I'm starting to see why they were jealous of you, because you were talented too.
Yes. And then I did theater and acting, and I was a
Really?
model. Yes. So it's just
What
like I did everything. Tap, dance, jazz, hip hop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what plays were you in?
I did Grease, the musical. That was the best one.
Who did
Yeah.
you play?
They added an actor for like a position for me. Like they made
Nice.
a role for me. Like so I was just
Not
like the
Sandra D.
cheerleader. I was the cheerleader. I was the extra cheerleader.
Sandra D was a cheerleader, wasn't she?
Um, honestly, I don't remember the names. I can't tell you right now.
Yeah. So I'm also sensing a little bit of, or a lot of anger as a child.
Yes, and then just that with like the way I grew up and things like that, and just I grew up in a toxic household, and I'm proud to say that me and my family are not toxic anymore. We're all growing together with like as one unit, and it feels really good because like we're just learning from each other, and like a lot of people can't say that. I feel very blessed to have like the family I have. At first, when I was younger, clearly I didn't have that point of view, and I would be like, why? And now I know why, because I wouldn't be Alayza. I wouldn't be who I am right now if I didn't have what I had. I would not be me.
Are you comfortable talking about your toxic childhood?
It was just like growing up in a toxic childhood. It was just like a lot. Like my parents were young, so that's why it was toxic. Like my parents were young, and I grew up with my parents. So like as if you grew up with your parents, you know what it's like growing up with your parents. It's not the best sometimes because they're learning how to be adults while we're learning how to be kids, and it's just like I'd rather have that. Like I wouldn't rather any other experience, to be honest. Like I said, like it created me who I am. Obviously, it was a struggle, but we had really good times. Like I said, I was active. Me and my brothers did everything we really wanted. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I did everything I wanted. You know what I'm saying? So we were good. We were fed. We were never homeless. We lived our like the best we could. So
How many
that's
siblings do you have?
I have two brothers. I love them so much. And yes, I'll do anything for them. My brothers are 2 years, well, my youngest brother is 2 years apart from me, and then another 4 years apart from me. So my mom had kids each every 2 years, basically, and then she was done.
Wait, are you the baby?
I'm the oldest.
Oh, you're the oldest. Okay. So, but so no wonder why you came out a tomboy because you never had any sisters.
Yeah, I was around two brothers. Well, I was painting my nails and stuff too around them.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, so I would imagine that, growing up, you would wrestle with them and you would participate in their activities with them.
wow, and my girly stuff too.
Right.
Like I'll wear a dress while I wrestle them. Like I'm still a girl. Like
So it sounds like you have a masculine side and a feminine side.
yes, I try to balance both. Yeah, I balance both very well, I guess.
And what is that like balancing both? What is that like?
I feel like I have an advantage because, like, I don't know. I just feel like I have an advantage because I'm not too girly. I'm not too soft, but I'm not too rough. Sometimes I could be too, like, it's good to be not too soft, and it's good not to be too hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be too soft or too hard. I'd rather just be a little bit in between and use what I need when I need it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I could chill and relax, and then the masculine comes out with my work ethic. Like I'm very gritty and I'm getting the job done. Like I'm like as people would say, as a man, which is like a stereotype, but it's masculine. Like you know what I'm saying? I have that masculine drive, and then I have that feminine drive also.
Well, what I would imagine, and correct me if I'm wrong, but what I would imagine is that you feel most comfortable in your feminine. Is that
I
true? Like,
feel both. I like because like I like dressing up and killing it. Like I like wearing a nice pretty dress and killing it like a man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
just because I'm a female doesn't mean I can't get the job done. I can get the
Mhm.
job done better sometimes, and sometimes I can't. It just depends on the person.
So I'm getting very independent vibes.
I'm very independent, but I know how to let a man take care of me. I'm single
Interesting.
right now,
Uh-huh.
but by choice, because I want a man who matches my energy. I don't want to take care of a man. I want a man, like, I want to take care of a man, but I want a man to also take care of me financially. If I have to do everything, I don't need you because I can do it myself, basically. Long story short, I need somebody who can come into my life and we balance each other and help each other and work together to create an empire.
Well, so here's the thing. So, I'm 35 years old. I don't know. You look like you're in your 20s, but
I'm 26.
yeah, okay. So I could tell you look like you're young. You actually you could even pass as 18. But so when it comes to dating, when it comes to men, most men like women who are very feminine.
I'm aware.
And so I'm wondering like what that's like as a woman with a pretty masculine side,
Well, I
would
have men
that
throw
must be
themselves
that
at
must be
me.
challenging, right?
Actually, no, no. It's the like men throw themselves at me because
Mhm.
I'm not a bum and I'm not a like I actually have ambitions. Like it's
Mhm.
different for men. They don't look for women who have like a great career. Like they just want a woman who can like help them or connect with them,
Mhm.
and that's
Mhm.
I know that.
Mhm.
But it's like a bonus for me because you can get a woman who can clean, cook, do
Mhm.
all
Mhm.
that, and make some money. You know what I'm saying? Like and like put on a nice dress and get the job done and be assertive if you need me to be assertive and sit back when you need me to sit back. Like it's a balance. Like I said, I'm not like too aggressive. I don't want to handle everything. Like that's
The,
not why I'm here.
This is one reason why I think it's really hard to be a woman nowadays, because I think that there are a lot of men who like eventually might see that masculine side and might kind of like be intimidated by it. There has to be some men that are like
Well, yeah,
intimidated.
like I have my ex, like he was
Uh,
great, but it's just I'm so like I feel like it depends on how you are. Like I need a person who's goal driven. Like my life is very not stagnant and I don't want to be stagnant and I feel like I don't want to struggle for anything. So I feel like I want a life of financial freedom. So if I feel like I'm meeting these people, like I'm aligning with who I'm like supposed to be aligned with. So it just hasn't like I'm meeting these people, but I'll meet the right guy when the time comes. Maybe I met him already. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the cards are gonna play. Like like I said, I have people throwing themselves at me like consistently every single day. Like it's just not my choice to pick. Like you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Well,
Like I have
what I'm sensing is
millionaires
that
who
you have
want to
high
like take me on
standards.
dates, but it's just like you got like if you don't check off my boxes, the money doesn't mean anything. But you need to be able like looks and things like that are important. I have to be physically attracted, like
So
things like that.
where is the box that you find is the most not checked? Like the most common box that's not checked, that guys don't check.
Well, I want a person who's like goal driven, but like also not so cold hearted. Like a lot of men who are like big and like money and this and that. Like, I get like their time is very like a thing with them. You know what I'm saying? And time is a very big thing with me too. So it's just like I don't know. I need like you don't like that coldness has to get switched off with me. Like you got to be sweet with me and then do that with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well,
business
what I'm
hard with
sensing is
everybody
that you
else.
want someone who has a soft side and kind of a hard the kind of like the same
Yes.
as you, like the masculine and feminine at the
Yes.
same time.
Yes.
Which most women want, and that's completely. I mean that is what you should be looking for. I would agree with that because you don't want someone who isn't affectionate, right?
Yes, I'm a very affectionate person. So that's the thing. Like if you are not affectionate and you're cold like a rock, I'm good
Yeah.
off that. Like you could have everything you want checked off on my list, but if you are the emotion like is really big for me. Like be sweet, like know who you are or even if you're trying to figure out who you are, that's fine, but like don't be mean and like hate people. Like be nice to people, be kind. Like it's hard to meet like genuine, real genuine people. Like a lot of people put on a mask and things like that, which is why I feel like a lot of people gravitate towards me because it's just
Yeah.
raw. Like you're gonna get me how you're gonna get me, and if you don't want me, kick me to the curb. You know?
I think it's pretty hard to find a man who's like who has that good balance of masculine and feminine. I think that a lot of men are like too much of one. You know,
Yes,
there are a
that's
lot
my
of men.
issue.
Yeah, yes, and, you know, I think you know it's hard to find someone with that good balance. So I'm also wondering, where did your drive and ambition come from? Where, because you know, where did that hunger and fire come from?
Well, I feel like I was born with it since I really like was sitting back and thinking about it. Like I did a lot in my whole life, and I always been like this. Like when I think about it, but now it's just like amplified even more because I have a kid, and then I became a single mother. So like he left, and like I had no choice but to figure it out, and it was very hard for me because like. I'm thinking having a kid and I'm gonna be a team, but it doesn't work out like that sometimes. Like yeah, I get the help now, like it's just sporadic, so it's not as consistent as I would like it to be, but it's starting to be. Thank God is good. So so yeah, things are definitely getting better now, but before, when my son was younger, it was very hard for me because I was like 21. I gave birth at 21,
Mhm.
and so it was just like I didn't expect to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now I feel like I had no choice. And so I had to figure out who I was because I didn't know who I was when I gave birth. Like, I had to reinvent myself, see what I like, love myself. I had to teach myself how to love myself because I really didn't think I was like worthy of love after like things did end. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a very dark place for me too. Like, after then, like, it was life is a roller coaster. So
Yeah.
after I healed from 18, another traumatic thing happened to me. I had a kid, you know? So that changes my it changed my brain chemistry completely. It changed my body. Like I was big, like bigger, like I was almost 200 pounds. And it's just a lot. It was a lot to take in for a young mom who felt all alone, who didn't have any support. So I didn't want to struggle. So this is why I go so hard because I'm not gonna like have anybody have that satisfaction thinking that I need them. I don't need nobody. We'll figure it out. If you want to go, cool, cool. If you want to help, cool. But I don't want to feel like that help matters. Like I don't, it's on me. Like this is my life. I have a kid. It should be what I say goes. And that's how it is. Like nobody's gonna take anything away from us like that I've built. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give him the world. Like I told him we're getting a pool house by the end of the year, and he
Wow.
says it every day. Like I don't have a property yet, so we're speaking it into existence, and I'm working every single day, and every single day I see it. Like the money's coming in, everything's falling into place, and it's just like, wow, like when you really put your mind to something and you work towards it every single day and you don't take no for an answer, like you're gonna get no's. I get more no's than yes.
Yep.
But every no I get, I know I'm closer to a yes. So it's like, thank you for that. On to the next, you know. So it's a lot. It's a
Wait,
lot being a
when
single
when
mom.
you said no's, were you referring to buyers? What were you referring to?
Everything,
Uh,
everything. Like every person who's told me no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it goes for everything, every aspect of my life. It's not just about my job. My job is like my lifestyle now, but still, like, you know, even asking for help and, you know, when people tell you no, it really hurts. You know what I'm saying? When you need it the most. And it's just, I don't want to feel like that.
you don't want to be dependent on someone else.
Yes, ever. If it feels horrible.
Yeah, I mean, so it sounds like having a kid really motivated you to push and grind much more.
Yes.
And it
Because
sounds
I need
like
to teach them.
it sounds like you kind of like felt like you were alone and like you had to do so like no like because you know one thing that I hear a lot and read a lot is this concept of you know no one will come and save you. And it sounds like that's kind of like what you went through when you were younger.
Yes, I've read that quote too. But it's
Yeah.
true. It's
Yeah.
true. Nobody will save you. Like even in your life, like
Mhm.
but it's still like you can have your family and things like that, but our family, everybody's temporary. Like life is so temporary. So it's like, what are you gonna do today for tomorrow? You never know what's gonna happen. Yeah, you can be dependent on your parents, but like what if something happens? Like they're gone, then you're what? You're done. Your circumstance is done. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just everybody's cards are played differently and I want to play mine right. So if I do like say anything happens to me, God willing, like God forbid, like my son will be like, okay, I'm set. My mom did this for me. I don't have to suffer just because she's gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want him to still feel like I'm here and I set up things for him just so he can survive. Like it's so hard in this world. And I feel like as parents, we should be teaching our kids how to survive and setting them up properly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of spending money on things that aren't important. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, things are tangible,
Yeah.
but they're irreplaceable. Like, let's give these kids something that's actually valuable, you know?
Yeah, I don't know how you feel about this, but one thing that like what a pet peeve of mine is like when I see a mother or father like spend just a ton of money on like a ton of material things that they don't need, like a bunch. Like I know this father who I'm not gonna name, he has over 100 sneakers, and in my head it's like, you have a kid, bro. Like, what are you doing?
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. They're probably worth a lot. So that's different. Some things are investments. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Some
Mhm.
things that will grow in value, like cars, certain cars like are collectibles. Like certain things are collectibles that are worth a lot. You know what I'm saying?
So
That we think of.
I have a question. Are you comfortable talking about your ex or not so much?
Well, it doesn't really bother me.
Okay, I just so you're I just you know I like to check before I ask.
Oh yeah.
And so so what happened? Why did he leave?
Well, we just broke things off. Like it was a
Uh,
mutual understanding. And honestly, it was a lot for me. Like he was a great guy. He was older than me,
okay,
35. I was
okay.
20, like 25 at the time. So
Uh-huh.
he was great. And he checked off everything. Great, loving, ambitious, but I am so driven. I feel like maybe it was a little bit self-sabotage, but maybe, who knows?
This is
But
the father,
basically,
right? The father.
no, no, this is my ex.
Oh, this is
I
this is
haven't
the
been
guy
with my
after
child's
him.
father in a while, like years.
Okay. Are you
Yeah.
comfortable talking about him or no?
Yeah, that's fine.
So why did he leave?
Well, he just got sick, so he had CTE, which is
What does
like
that
from
stand for?
I forgot, but it's like from football, from like too many
Uh-huh.
concussions.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that was the thing. And so he was getting really sick. So then he got the help he needed. So now he's good, thank God. So like it was just a long like journey. It was a long journey.
But is he a good guy? Like, are you in good terms?
Oh, we're in good terms now. Yeah, he actually cooked dinner for me and everything tonight, like with like to come see my son and things like that. Like, cause sometimes I need help. So like he's visiting from the Air Force right now for 2 weeks. So
So go ahead, go ahead,
yes.
go ahead.
So yeah, he like we're on good terms right now. Like we made up, we said our piece and things like that. Like I don't have like any like ill will towards him because he's trying to better himself too. Like I was trying to better myself for years and he's trying to better himself too. Like we have a kid, so like now he realizes that it's about him and like it matters like what we do and it's gonna affect our kid and so we're both trying to just be the best people we can be. Like I used to be engaged with him, but we broke things off very early.
Because
So
of the sickness.
yes,
So
yeah.
what's stopping you from getting back together?
Well, the spark isn't there. It's too much hatred really for me. Like, yeah, like I get it, you're in a good spot now, but like I still feel like I forgive him. Like you gotta forgive and forget. But it's just like I still feel some type of way. Like I was out here doing it by myself. Like I'm 5 years younger than you and I was doing it. Like and it hurt more just because he would always throw it in my face, like, you're your mom, you're supposed to be doing this. And it's just like, well, it's not my like I it's supposed to be two people, you know what I'm saying? Like it just sucks. Like and honestly, like it comes from like I went to school for psychology also, but I dropped out, so I know a lot about psychology. So I know like it is childhood. Like, you know, a lot of our lives are we think like oh, oops, sorry. So most things come from childhood. So without even knowing it, you could be repeating your childhood traumas. Well, like your parents' childhood traumas. Like you're repeating the cycle. Well, not traumas. You are repeat and generational curses. That's the word. So basically, what I did was repeat generational curses without even knowing it. And then, so he did too, without even knowing it. Like, he didn't have his dad raise him. He did for a little bit, and then he went into the service. So that's exactly what he did. He raised him for a little bit, and then he went into the service. And so recently, I was just like, you're like repeating the cycle basically only because that's what you're just repeating the cycle. Like you feel like you're doing a good job even though you're not here because that's what you were used to when you grew up, so you think it's okay, but it's not okay for me because that's not how I grew up. So I'm thinking like you're supposed to be around. Like I gave birth to a son and I have nobody to raise him because you want to leave and figure out what you need to figure out over there, but that shouldn't be how things work, and that shouldn't you shouldn't think that's okay because you gave birth to a son and my son will repeat those things if he won't because I will embed it into him, but psychologically if I wasn't who I was, like probably anybody else would be like, okay, my son is gonna their son will repeat the same cycle. Like unconsciously. It just happens. Like my son will give birth to a kid and have a boy and he'll think that it would be okay to not be around and watch him grow up only because that's how he was raised. And that's why I don't think that's okay. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't think that's okay. Like I feel like you're a man, raise him. You are supposed to show him. You're the role model. Who's gonna guide him? Like men look for guidance in other places, and
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna have him looking on the streets just because you feel like you should figure out your life over there. You should have did this before. Plus, I'm younger. Like that's the thing that gets me. Like I'm 5 years younger with all this weight, all this pressure, and I'm still doing it, and with a smile on my face. Like so, get with the program.
Yeah, I mean it sounds to me like he kind of ran away for a little bit.
Yes, and that's how I feel. And it does like and I can't respect that. Like I can't be with somebody who runs away from their problems. And I'm teaching my son, we're gonna grab our problems by the balls and face them. You know what I'm saying? Like you better beat them problems until there are no problems no more. And if it's a problem, take a break and we'll come back to it another time. And that's how we're gonna handle our problems. We ain't gonna run away from them. We're gonna win. And if we're gonna lose, we're gonna keep trying until we win. You know what I'm saying? Like
And my it sounds like you still have resentment today because of the fact that he was absent for years.
I try not to, but yeah, a little bit. Just not. I try not to. Like I still like try to do respect. Like you know what I'm saying. I respect him. I won't like belittle him or things like that because we are both trying to be better people, and we're
Yeah,
just
and,
trying
and
to.
and at the same time, I don't blame you for having that resentment, and I don't think that you should blame yourself either. You know, like it's his fault that he left. I have no judgment for on you for having a resentment towards him, and I
Thank
don't.
you.
No, seriously, and I don't think that you should be mad at yourself either.
I know. It's hard sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like I picked him. So it's just like, but it's not my fault at the end of the day. Because it's like, I didn't know. And it's okay. I was 19 when we met. So it's like, it's okay. I was young. My pineal gland wasn't even fully developed. That's my excuse. You know, the pineal gland is the thing
The
that's in the
prefrontal
middle of your
cortex.
forehead. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I like to say.
So you also mentioned I picked it up. You mentioned before that you had some that you continued a cycle from childhood. What cycle did you continue?
Well, just like basically like having a kid at a young age.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like my mom was young.
Hmm.
Like I was young when I had a kid and I repeated it and without even realizing it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have some regret from that?
No, I just I only have regret with just feeling like I picked the wrong like person sometimes only just because like I have to do most of the work by myself. So that's really the only reason why I feel like that. But I
But he
still
does
don't.
help, right? Does he help?
Yeah, he helps, but I still he's with me. My son lives with me most of the time. Like he's in the service, so he's gone in
Oh,
Virginia.
he's still in service. He's still there.
Yeah, so it's like he's not here. So it's just like money only helps so much, and then it's just like whenever it's sent, you know what I'm saying? And then his parents help a lot. Like his mom buys him a whole bunch of stuff. Like I have to go pick up like a whole like bin or two bins full of stuff. So like I really appreciate like his mom and family. Like they really do help and try to be as active as they can, you know?
That's good. At least someone is chipping it.
Yes.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, what I would say about that is I don't blame you for being angry at all. That your anger is justified, and you know, I mean, I don't know if I should say this, but every single father should be there for their child.
I feel the same way. Like it's just fucked up because like sorry if I don't know if we can curse on
Okay, you
here,
can
but it's
curse.
just,
That's fine.
you know, we brought a kid into this world and it's not just one person's responsibility. And, you know, people do leave, like men and females do leave, but when they do, it causes all this trauma. And then you got this kid that's a little bit messed up and not all the way there just because of the parent. Like the kids didn't ask to be here. That's how I feel. My son did not ask to be here. So we need to do our part because he didn't ask for any of this. So
I
I'm
mean,
going to give him the best.
every single person is forced into this world,
Yeah.
into this cold and messed up world, and you know, I'm very, very anti parents leaving and parents, you know, not taking care of their kids as much as they should. So I would probably be even more angry if I were you.
You don't know what I've been through.
I mean, I'm starting to learn it. So how about you had a boyfriend after him?
Yeah, my recent, like we were together for a couple months and like I thought he was gonna be the one, but the more we got together, I just realized he was more in a routine, which is fine. I just don't want a guy who's in a routine that's stuck and like doesn't want more. Like he was a trucker. He didn't have a CDL or anything, but like he was gonna work on it when we got together. Like I like told him he had to like like you got to do we got to do something like you know what I'm saying like there's more to this world just than just your 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying. And he was very well off, like you know what I'm saying. It's just like I thought I really like had the jackpot. He treated my son like his own, like bought him gifts. His family was very accepting with me and my son, like you know what I'm saying. It was very nice. I loved it, but it's just it's bigger than that, like you know what I'm saying. Sometimes like I said, I found out I need a man who's goal driven like me. I was too much for him. I was going 1,000 miles per hour while he would just come home and watch TV or whatever. Like I don't do that. Like I'm doing a whole bunch of freaking things like consistently all day, and I'll unwind for an hour or two like at the end of the night. But like it's just different. Like I get it. Everybody should have live a life they want, and I'm not gonna make him feel like a piece of crap just because he's okay with the bare minimum. To me, that was the bare minimum. Like there's a lot more to life. I was just saying, like, I want to travel and do this and do that. Like you're renting, you don't own a house and you're 35. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to own my own crib by
Yeah.
this year. Like or last year I wanted it really. I
Uh,
just
uh,
didn't have the money. You know what I'm saying? It's just I want a lot. and I need a person who wants a lot. It's too much for a person who does not want a lot. I'm too much. It was way too
Yeah,
much.
I'm sensing that.
Yeah.
So it sounded like he was a good guy with a good heart, but he was a simple guy, and
Yeah, simple.
he didn't really like dream big.
Yes, and that's fine. I was like, you deserve to be with a nurse, like
Mhm.
a RN or something. Like that's a perfect woman for you. Works, comes home, does what she has to do. But me, I'm entrepreneur. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm trying to innovate. I'm trying to build an empire. I'm not trying to sit around here and just watch the baseball game every day. Like I want to go to a baseball game. Like let's go to a baseball game instead of watching it on the TV. That's what I mean. Like it's okay to be in a routine, but just want more in your routine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Build towards something. And we need to build towards something. I get bored.
It sounded like you were bored of him.
A little bit. That's why I'm just saying, like, it was simple. And simple is great. Simple is good. But simple is not for me. I ain't simple. And
Well,
I'm
it's like there's two sides to every coin because here's the thing. The most successful guys, they tend to be extremely busy. Like the guys who make the most money, they tend to work like 70, 80, 90-hour weeks. And now the question is, do you want that? Like, do you want, like, let's say, for example, an investment banker who works 90 hours a week, like, he's not going to have any time for you.
But that's not the case. If I have a family and meet with some guy, we're gonna have make the time. Like that's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. I'm gonna
Mhm.
align with somebody. I don't know what field they're gonna be in, but I know they're gonna be in a great field like me. And
Mhm.
like so that's all that matters. Like as long people make it work for who they want to make it work for. I'm
Mhm.
super busy and I'm gonna make time for who I want to make time for. Best believe that. Best believe that. You see my schedule is booked and busy, but if I want to see you, I will see you that night. Best believe
And
it.
that's the thing, like, isn't it so hard to juggle like relationships and making money? Like how like I've always felt like this is one reason why like I'm so okay with being single because I feel like it's so hard to juggle like work and I'm about to go back to school and I Uber
Okay.
and I'm a realtor and then a
A
relationship.
lot.
I feel like it's so hard to juggle all that.
Well, like I said, you juggle what you want to make time for, and that's it. Because you're making time for what you want to make time for, like you just said.
Mhm.
So I would make time for what I want to make time for, and that's what people do. When you start liking somebody, when you get that girl gives you that butterfly, those butterflies, you're gonna be like, that's what you doing tonight for dinner. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna work your way up. Like, hey, can I see you this time for breakfast? I got a little bit of time, and honestly, like I've talked to busy people and like they put me in their schedule and they want to put me in their schedule. You know what I'm saying? And it makes you feel appreciated and wanted. Of course, it's not, oh, let's chill for the day. I don't want to chill for the day. I got so much to do too. So yeah, let's link up, connect when we have to connect. It feels good. And then if we're gonna work on it, we'll keep building from here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. And I just feel like it's just so hard. Like so you're saying that when we care about someone, we make time for them.
Oh
And
yeah, you're gonna want to see them. You're
yeah,
not gonna want to not see
you're
them.
gonna sacrifice. I mean, to a certain extent, you're gonna sacrifice some work for them, like some work time, aren't you? If you really
Not
care.
necessarily. You rearrange your schedule. Like
Mhm.
like appointments, you can just rearrange or whatever. Like I said, breakfast or sometimes morning or sometimes lunch.
Mhm.
Whenever you have that hour or free time or 2 hours, or even they'll come to you for work. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, oh hey, come with me through this walkthrough or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they want to be around. Or at the nighttime when you're done. Like I said, like
Right.
people do dinners a lot. You know what I'm saying? And that
How
works.
long ago was that? Was your last relationship?
Um, like probably or about a year ago
Oh,
now.
okay. So you had some time because, I mean, breakups, from my experience, breakups hurt like hell. So like, what was that really hard for you, that breakup?
Yes, it was torn because it's just like you're such a good guy, and it's like if you would have like just like just had more of ambition, we would have worked out and we could have got married and had kids and things like that. And like that's another thing also. Like I would bring up like, do you want to have kids and things like that. And like he would want kids, but said I was being too pushy with kids. I didn't want a fucking kid right now. I was just asking so I can see where your head is at. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously I don't want to have a kid right now. You see how busy I am? Like, can you even afford me to have a kid? No. So that's why I was stressing my situation because like if I want a kid or anything, like I have to think about these things. Like if I want to add to my family, you need to be able to support even having a family. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's different. It's like a lot to think about. when you
Yeah.
have a
And
kid also.
like the dating market is like such a mess now because I know like there are essentially two types of guys. There are guys who like women who are driven and goal and very ambitious. And then there's some guys who just want their woman to stay home and cook and clean while they make all the money. So it's like everyone wants something different now, you know?
Yes, and that's fine. Like I'll stay at home, but if you can afford it, I'll work from
So
home. I
so
work from home. Like
if he was making $600,000 a year, you would be okay with being a stay-at-home mom?
yes, because I work from home. I'll be like, I'm bringing my work home. Like I'm a realtor. I work everywhere. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'll do what I have to do. Like as a man, you should want a woman with a hobby so she doesn't get bored, so she don't cheat or do none of that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like you don't want anybody like getting bored of the relationship or anything. So they need to have. I feel like it's important for people to have two lives and come together and build it and to be one.
Hmm.
Like that's what sustains a real relationship, and that's what I see with long lasting relationships. People who come together and they're not one person has a lot of things going on and another person doesn't. A lot of guys get bored with girls who don't got a lot going on. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
they're a housewife, but you have to excite them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's complicated. It's so much deeper than surface level.
Yeah, so what I'm hearing is that you want a man who doesn't only get happiness from you, but who also gets happiness from hobbies and other things outside of you.
Well, yeah, first off, he has to be happy with himself. If he's not happy with himself, I'm not making him happy. Like, you can't do that. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, people have to love who they are and make themselves happy, and then I'll work off that. If I've been with people who were like not happy, you know what I'm saying? But like, I made them happy. That's toxic. That's not good. You shouldn't be somebody's person to make them happy, and then if they're not with you, they're not happy. Like it's that's not healthy. Like that's not toxic. Well, that's toxic. It's not. I don't want anything to do with that type of behavior. Like you should come to me happy. I love my life. You should love your life, and then we could come together and love our lives together. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so what I'm hearing is that you don't want a man whose self-esteem is dependent on your love and attention.
Hell no.
Right.
Hell no. That's your job. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm also sensing a woman who used to have a much lower self-esteem, but now it's much better, much healthier.
Yes, I used to get abused by men. Believe it or not, it's sad. I just picked the
Bullied?
wrong
You got
people.
bullied by men?
Oh yeah, like hit. I used to get hit. I used to get choked. I used to get all that. Like that's why I am the way I am because like fuck that. Like I'm good off that. Like I love myself now. And before like when females do put up with things like that, they have low self-esteem and we don't love ourselves, which is why we're putting up with that. Like when I obviously did that, I did not love myself. Like was dealing with that, I didn't love myself. I was loving him more than me, which is why I am so important on a man loving himself before he comes into my life. You need to love yourself, you know, and make yourself feel whole because that's not my job. You know
Why
what I'm
didn't you
saying?
love yourself?
Well, it was the accumulation. Well, growing up in a toxic household and then growing up with all the just listening. Like I didn't tone anything out. I absorbed it. Like I just took it in. And then
But
till I bursted.
were your parents condescending towards you? Like, did they talk down to you when you were young?
Yes, my dad did, but like my mom was just like the peacemaker, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sensing a woman that has been through a lot of abuse.
Yes, too much abuse, which is why I have to be so positive because fuck that. I'm tired of being sad. I was sad my whole fucking life almost. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's time for me to be happy.
Yeah, and I'm wondering like how how do you cope? Because I'm the type of guy like I I have some resentment in me for stuff that I've been through in the past. So I'm
Yes.
wondering like how do you cope with all that abuse nowadays?
Well, I learned how to love myself and I went through therapy. So you have to forgive and forget. Like, you know, well, you forgive, like you forgive, but don't forget. Sorry. Yeah, that's how you say it. Forgive, but don't forget. And you have to forgive not for them, but for yourself. Because when you have that much anger, it affects how you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? And if I didn't let go and forgive the people who did that to me, I would still be a horrible, toxic person and hate
How
the
did
world.
you forgive them? How did you get there?
So when I was in the psych ward, I had to like write a letter to my family and like let them know how they made me feel and things like that, which was like my first introduction to coping like with what actually happened to me like growing up. And then we talked about it as a family and that was like my first step and that and we consistently consistently to this day still talk about what bothers us, or like as kids, as growing up, and we talk about it healthy. Like we don't argue, we just listen. Like my parents would just hear us out and things like that, and which is why I feel like we are growing together. Like we all realize we fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all we're not perfect. None of us. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like we're all trying to just work together and be better people, you
So it
know?
sounds like they do take self-accountability. They do
Yes.
admit that's
Which has
good.
helped in the journey because I can't, like, they did deflect at first, and it's annoying dealing with deflection, obviously, because who wants to deal with that? Like, it makes you feel insane. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Well,
we just
I
take
think
it.
that them taking responsibility and admitting that they were wrong has a lot to do. I think that made it a lot easier for you to
Yeah,
forgive them because, I know a bunch of parents in their 50s and 60s, not my parents, but a bunch of like my friends'
I know
parents
what you mean.
who like never they like to this day they did nothing wrong in their head. And those are like I don't know how I would get over that, you know?
I know what you mean. It's just like you have to love your parents. Like, that's sick. That's a sickness. That is a sickness. Like, your parents are
It's
sick when they,
narcissism. That's narcissism.
yeah, they're sick. They need help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so but so I'm really really happy that your parents did take responsibility. And what about you? Like, how good are you at saying the words "I'm wrong"? Like, do you struggle with that?
No,
You
because
find it
I feel
easy?
that's the only way to grow. And I teach my son that. I apologize to him when I get mad, and I apologize to him when I get too frustrated. And I'll say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Papa. Like, I'm just so frustrated right now. I know I shouldn't have did that." Like, he knows, and he's 5. And my son has coping mechanisms already. And I teach him breathing techniques so he can learn how to woosah because it's needed.
Yeah, so to me it sounds like you're a very introspective and psychologically aware person. I'm hearing words like deflect and coping mechanisms, and it sounds to me like you're really good at handling your emotions.
Now I am, because like I said, when you see me be this positive and this together, it comes from a person who wasn't. I've tried to run people over with my cars. I've done everything. I fought men, multiple. Like, it's just like my life was really wild. Like, my parents, I had a problem with me growing up. Like, they would cry and tell me to calm down. Like, I was a problem child. My mom is thankful she had one daughter, and my brothers are angels compared to me, literally.
I
So.
mean, it's a we're all just products of our environment, right? Like that temper that you had as a child, it didn't come out from nowhere. And I'm also
I
wondering,
know.
like your brothers, like what about them? Did they also have tempers?
Yeah, but we all learn how to work through things now. So
How
we
how
all
is
had
your
tempers.
how is your
Yeah.
temper nowadays?
My temper nowadays, not in jail, so good. It's good. I'm very proud of it because, like I said, I walk away. I can't remember the last time I went off. Like, I cry and then just be like, why? And then I'll figure out why.
How do
Like,
you calm yourself down? Like when you are feeling really angry, how do you calm yourself down?
um, I don't know. Like, I just take a shower. I try to eat. Eat helps. Eat helps a lot.
Eating
Eating.
good, right?
Yeah. I'll just try to get my mind off it, but I really do deal with what I have to deal with, like, internally. And I cry a lot. Like I said, like, I'll cry. Like, the other day I was crying my eyes out just because, like, a certain situation, and it's just like I figured it out and I got over it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you need that. I feel everything. I feel it to the most capacity I can, so I can not have to dwell on it or think about it or have to feel it again.
So to me it sounds like you really mastered the art of like processing emotions and getting over it and like getting over hurdles, which it sounds to me like you've come a long way from where you were before.
Thank you. I graduated therapy last year. My therapist was like, I can't even help you anymore because you just keep solving your own problems. And I'm just like, okay,
How
I'm
long were
sorry.
you in therapy?
Uh, well, I was in therapy for on and off since 18. So I was on it for like a straight year. Well, so when my baby daddy left, well, my child's father, he left. When he left for good, for that, like, a couple months, like, he went ghost, like, that's when I started. And then I needed it the most, and then I got to a point where I was just handling my problems with just self realization, and I would listen to a whole bunch of podcasts like how we're doing right now, and I listen to people, and I internalize, and I grasp everything together, and I use what works for me, and what works for somebody else may not work for me. So Yeah.
It sounds like you had a good therapist.
I had a lovely therapist and she was young too. So it was
You want
nice.
to share like some things that you learned in therapy?
Well, I learned that it's good to not react off impulse because I was impulsive before.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds
so
like it.
that's a big one.
Yeah.
That will save you a lot of trouble. It would save a lot of people from not being in jail,
Yeah.
actually. So
Yeah.
yeah, that. What else? Coping mechanisms, like just taking a step back and like figuring out how can I handle this a little bit better, you know?
And I also think that just her listening and her just the concept of her listening probably helped a lot, I would imagine.
Yeah, sometimes people just need people who can listen and not just react. Like, like sometimes when you tell your parents something, you want to just say what you got to say, and here they come reacting. It's just like, just listen. That's all I called you for, you know?
Yeah, because a lot of people they don't feel heard. And what I would imagine is that when you were a kid, you didn't really feel heard as a kid
No, which is why I was so freaking loud and rowdy and ratchet.
because you didn't feel heard.
Yes, now
And
I
then
know that's why, yeah.
yeah, and now, your therapist helped a lot. Your therapist, I would say, from what the number one job of a therapist, I would say, is just to make the person feel heard.
Yes, she did that.
Yeah, so I kind of ran out of questions. Do you have anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
I want to say thank you for the opportunity. I feel very blessed that you even asked me in the first place. Um, And yeah, well, I want to say, I hope your podcast takes off because you
You
definitely
too.
deserve it. You are a good person to speak to for sure.
Yeah, so I had a really lovely conversation. It's always nice to see, to hear someone's old story and to hear that they've grown a lot. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I appreciate how introspective you are. So maybe in like a year or so we'll have a part two. Sound good?
Yes, hopefully I will be a millionaire or something, right?
Yeah, same over here, hopefully. God willing.
God willing, right? Ah,
All
yes.
right, Alayza, take care. Have a good thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Have a good one.